Hey guys, it's Ariel Horton speaking. I'm so sorry that I couldn't be with you guys there physically, but I am still there in spirit. I had some work related things that I had to do, but that's not going to stop anything. So I'm here to teach you guys or show you guys a good chair workout that you can do just from home if you don't want to go to the gym or anything like that. But before we get started, I want to make sure that I give you guys some facts that we should know as women. So here are 5 things that we should be aware of as women. Number 1, caregivers have a greater risk of having poor health mentally as well as physically. That's like all of us. Women are natural nurturers, so this is definitely something that we should know. Number 2, what we eat can and will affect our hormones as well as our menstrual cycles, especially as we get older. Number 3, exercise is extremely important for those who are wanting to have kids or those who are pregnant as we speak. Number 4, menopause can affect our body composition. Estrogen carries us through a lot of these things, such as bone density, muscle mass, brain health, heart health, blood circulation. Estrogen has a great effect on so many things that we need to function as women. And last but not least, women's risk of osteoporosis is 4 times more likely than our counterparts. So muscle loss can and will occur as we get older. And with estrogen, it causes us to have stronger bones. So as it decreases when we get older, it's important for us to exercise daily to try to retain some of that muscle density. And it's important for us to have cardio as well as strength training so that we can have a healthy heart as well as healthy bone. Key takeaways. As women, we have to make sure that we stay physically active. As we get older, as I said, our estrogen starts to decrease, which causes a decrease in osteoporosis. So some things that will help with that is to increase our calcium as well as increase our vitamin D to protect those bones later on in life. If you are pregnant or wanting to become pregnant, you want to make sure you're doing some type of workouts. And these can be modified workouts. You can walk, maybe a light jog, or maybe even lifting very light weights. With women's health, eating plenty of whole grains, plenty of fruits and vegetables, increasing those fibers, all of those things will help our hormones and help our hormones to stay balanced. And last but not least, maintain those fitness levels. We want to be healthy for life. All right, guys, I hope that information helped you, inform you on some things that we need to know. But now it's time to get to the fun stuff. Let's go. You do not have to add anything if you are not ready or if you don't want to. But I have some dumbbells, I have a kettlebell, and I also have a stair stepper. I get bored easily, so I like to add different elements to my workout to make it more exciting for me. The key thing about being physically active is to do things that give you joy. Do things that are fun. You can go dance. You can go walking if that's fun for you. You can play volleyball. You can play basketball. There's so many different things you can do to stay physically active. But if you don't even want to go anywhere, you can stay right here in your own home and do these exercises that I'm about to show you. So the first thing that we're going to do is start off with a warm-up. So we're just going to walk in place. Walking in place, marching. You want to make sure that you're keeping your core tight, making sure that you're standing up tall. You want to be hunched over like this. Make sure you got good posture, and you want to pump your arms while you're doing this. So we're increasing that blood circulation. We're getting different blood circulation through all of our muscles, and our body and our mind is getting ready to do something, okay? So I usually say do this for about 30 seconds, and then we'll start to move in a different direction. Now we're gonna do what I call seal jacks, but we're gonna do them in a chair. So you wanna keep your arms long, you clap, and you step out at the same time. I'm still keeping my core tight, and I'm still going from side to side. Now this is gonna warm up those pectoral muscles in our chest right here. We're also working the inside and outside of our legs, different muscles, just to get us ready for the workout that we're gonna do. Now I'm gonna move my stair stepper back a little bit, because now we're gonna move in a different direction with the arms. So now that I'm going up with the arms, I'm also doing a heel tap with my feet. Okay? different directions. Like I said earlier, you can do this for 30 seconds for each exercise and make it a little fun for you. I usually play a little bit of music, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna keep it quiet for now. But feel free to play music, watch TV, anything like that while you're doing your workout. Usually get you about 2 to 3 minute warm up, and you're pretty much ready to go. Awesome. So now that our bodies are a little bit warm and we're ready to go, we can start to add different elements, or we don't, okay? So we're gonna stay moving. Now we're gonna do a light punch with a slight foot tap. Now usually when I do this, I like to keep my core tight. As I said, we don't wanna be slouched over. We wanna keep that posture tall as we tap that foot out just a little bit. And making sure that you're breathing. You don't wanna pass out while you're doing this, guys. And feel free to do this with me. There we go. Do this for about 30 seconds. And if you want to take breaks in between, you can after your 30 seconds, but you still want to stay moving. So even if you pump your arms for about 30 seconds to a minute, you can do that too, just like this, before you get ready to do your next exercise, okay? But you want to stay moving as much as you can. Now, let's say you wanted to add some dumbbells with your workout. You can still do the same thing, hold those dumbbells up, and we can go above the head like we did in the warm-up. Now, if you do this, I would recommend that you find the lightest weights possible, especially if this is your first time. I have 15-pound dumbbells, and after a while, they start to get pretty heavy. So I'm going to go ahead and put those down. But you most definitely can get like a 2.5 pound weight, 1 pound weight, something like that. That way you're still moving those muscles, still increasing that bone density as we talked about earlier. No osteoporosis for us. There we go. And then we can go back to the Seal Jacks. Just a slight tap out. That's it. And these are pretty easy to do. But after a while, they do start to have an effect on you guys. Good. Do that for about 30 seconds and then we start marching again. Now, I'm gonna add what I call a kettlebell in this workout. Okay. So I recommend getting a light one, maybe 5. This is a 10-pound weight. So we're gonna do what I call upright rows. You touch the ground and come high elbows. Now, when you do this, you wanna make sure that your chest is tall, your back is as flat as possible. You never wanna lean over and have a round back like this and then get lazy on that pull. Nope, that posture has to be perfect. Down, high elbows. Once again, these are called upright rows. Seated upright rows. Working that upper back, shoulders. Find you a lightweight that you can do a lot of reps with. You don't want to get something too heavy, you won't be able to finish your reps out. So you got to be smart about that part. And you can even do this without weight. If you want to touch the floor and have high elbows, just like that. Making sure that posture stays as perfect as possible. Touch the floor. Get you a wide stance. Pushing those knees out. You want to be knock-kneed like this. You want to push those knees out. And you can even spread your feet a little bit wider if you wanted to do that. Perfect. And then we go back to our march for a good 30 seconds. Now, you can cycle these workouts and do this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just depends on how far you're willing to push yourself. But I would recommend starting with 10 if you haven't done anything before, and work your way up every week. So if you did 10 minutes the first week, maybe the second or third week, try 12 minutes. The couple of weeks after that, try 14 or 15 minutes, and continue to increase every time. Now I'm going to add another element, a stepper. I just like the sound of it. And you can add your other elements to this as well, if you want to. You can have a 2.5 pound dumbbell in your hand as you do this. Do this for a good 30 seconds. Stay active, stay moving. Make sure you're breathing. We're going to take a little rest. But you want to stay moving. This is called active recovery, when you keep moving even though you're resting. You don't always have to be still when you're resting. You can move when you're resting. You can even do some abs in your chair. I always say opposite elbow to opposite knee. Hands on the ears. It's a shorter distance to travel. So this is also some active recovery. That way you stay moving during your workout and really get a bang for your buck for free. We like everything free in the name of Jesus. All right, so now we're going 2 feet on. Now this is not as easy as it looks. My legs are already starting to feel the burn going 2 feet on. Now if you didn't want to use this, you can go back and forth. 2 feet jumping. Now you have to slightly lean back a little bit for these. And if you want to go a little bit slower, you can. You're still going to feel that burn. If you're a little more advanced, you might can go both legs back and forth. This for 30 seconds is going to be a good burn, I'm telling you. I feel it already. And then we walk.